Hello, sixth grade. All right, these are the steps for your next project. So first thing that I want you guys to do, I'm gonna screen share here, is, awesome, okay. You're gonna go to the art canvas page, okay? So you'll wanna click on home, you go down to sixth grade, click there, and then you're gonna be using both the Ancient Coin Project link and then also the Tinkercad login info. This is a 3D printing project. Okay. So first thing that I would do is click on Ancient Coin Project. Okay. Now, this video we'll watch in class. I don't actually think that it works outside of class, but it's basically talking about the history of the written language, so letters and words. Kind of fun, but it's basically going to talk about the start of civilization, which is in the Mesopotamia area. That's what it was called, Mesopotamia. And this was one of the first times in history where, one, they had a whole bunch of people living in one space. And then two, the first time in history that they started having to take note of things. You can kind of see right here in the thumbnail of the video, they have like these big tablets. Back in Mesopotamia, specifically in the Sumerian civilization, which is what we're going to be kind of talking a little bit about, they would use clay to make kind of these little pictures, and that clay showed kind of the first little bit of written language. It talks more about this in the video, which again, we'll watch in class, but it does basically tell how these symbols came to be. It used to just be pictures, so they would draw, like, if they're talking about a bird, they would draw a bird. But then slowly that turned into these really quick marks to represent a bird. So these down here, right below the video, are an easy version of kind of the idea of the Sumerian language. And then this one underneath is one that was a little more complicated. Now, again, this is not a direct translation. It's more of like a code. They didn't really necessarily have one kind of picture for every letter. Like I said before, they had one that represented like a whole object. So they'd have like one that represented a bird or a cow or a cat or a person, anything like that. So these here, very first thing I want you to do is you are going to try and write your name, your first name, in the easy and the hard code. All right, so I'm actually going to do that here. Something that I want you to notice is that these have like a triangle and then a line. Okay, it's almost like a nail shape. So I'm going to write mine here. Get out a sticky note and show you what mine would be. Again, I'm going to use my first name, which you guys all know by now, but remember to call me Miss Peterson when we're in class. Peterson's just going to be way too long for me to do on here, especially with these harder ones. Okay, so let me end my screen share, and when I come back, I will have it written out here. Okay, all right. All right. So I did my name in that kind of easy code and then the harder code. So my first one, it's either easy code and hard code. Okay. Now this hard one did take me a little bit to do, and I did have like a few mistakes. If you get a little frustrated with it, take a break, come back to it. It doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, I would recommend doing this on a whiteboard, like your little whiteboard, so that you can erase it if you end up making a mistake. Okay. All right. Now, once you have that, I'm going to screen share again. Okay. So once you've done that, we are basically going to be making a coin or like a little plate that has your name on it in either easy or hard. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go back to the home page, and we need to log into Tinkercad. Okay. So I'm going to go down here to 6th grade, Tinkercad login, and you're going to click on your teacher's name. Okay. Now, I have a few videos here that you're welcome to watch. This one, Tinkercad Basics, just again going over some of the stuff that you might have questions about how to use or do. This one right here, it's basically just like a time lapse of printing a Bobcat skull. It kind of gives you an idea of what the 3D printing process is like. Okay. Now this is really important. You will want to click on the green button. So let's say I'm in Miss Roy's class. If I click on that, it's actually probably not going to pop up for me the way that it would for you because I'm already logged in. Yeah, it's going to look a little different. So when yours does pop up, there'll be a green button that says join with my nickname. That's what you will want to join with. Your nickname is your first name followed by your student number with no space in between. Okay, so let's say my student number was, or my lunch number is 12345. My nickname would be Peterson 12345. Okay. So you'll log into Tinkercad, which I have mine right here. Create a new design. And your goal is you want to print either a coin or kind of like a plate, like a name plate that we could print out. So if I were to do a coin, come over here to cylinder, click on it. You can drag it out. This is a good start for my coin. Now that's pretty big for the coin, so I'll take this one right here, the very top white box. Click and hold it, just make it a little smaller. Okay, it's a pretty good coin so far. Now, if I wanted to have my name on the coin, just part of the project, something that I would do is the scribble feature. So I'd click on scribble and then click here. Now I can draw my name. I'm going to do the easy one. You guys can just draw right on your computers if they're the touchscreen kind. Mine is not, so mine's going to look a little funny here. But something, again, that I wanted you to notice with this code is it is really just like a triangle shape, and then the line comes up from the triangle. Okay. Oh, this is really hard with just my trackpad. So if you see here, I'm doing a K right now, just 2 of these. So I'll do a triangle, and go up. Okay. Then the eye is the opposite. So I'm gonna do that. Triangle pointing down. Line going down. Triangle pointed down. And again, you can see that my lines aren't super straight, but they're straight as I can get them. Okay, so that's all that I'm looking for. I'm looking for effort, not necessarily perfection. All right, and then my M kind of crossed. So I'm gonna do that triangle. That line goes from the point, and then a triangle right here. Line goes from the point. Fill in any little areas. Yeah. Oh, sweet, that looks great. All right, I'll hit done. And I have my name right here. All right, so I need to combine these together. Best and easiest way to do that is just to move this one right onto here. Your name will need to be taller than the coin for us to be able to see it. Yeah, mine's pretty good. I'm gonna change my angle really quick. Yeah, it's okay. Down. I'm gonna put it more in the middle. Okay. And then what you'll want to do is you want to combine these two shapes together. So in order to combine, you just go over to the side, you click and hold your mouse, drag this all the way over to there, and then you do this one right here, that's group. Okay. Once you've grouped them, they're gonna be the same color. So that's kind of what it will end up looking like when you print it. All right? Okay, that's your main goal. Once you're done with that, you can add detail to your coin. For example, I might add these little half spheres. Make it smaller. No, I think I want to add something else. I think I want to draw something else to add. I'm going to add like some little leaves. I just think that could look really cool. Yeah, looks great. Add a little more. You basically just want to make a coin look a little fancy. Okay, turn this. Ah, wrong way. That's the way I want to turn it. Yeah. And it hits in on my name right there, so I'll probably make it a little smaller. Yeah, that's nice so far. So yeah, your goal is just to design your coin, have your name, and then you also want to make designs with it. So I'm going to pause right here, finish up my designs, and then I'll come back and show you the last step, which is kind of flipping it so that it has two sides. All right?